I'm trying out this new video thing because the friggin' camera on the iPhone, while recording, you can't flip it. So if this works, okay. I'm watching Rose Thorne. She's reacting to the latest video of Foodie crying, which, by the way, I have no sympathy or empathy towards Foodie whatsoever. Okay, because she got herself in this situation. She's been warned, I don't know how many times. She went back to a guy that cheated on her, and then she stayed with the guy that still cheated on her. I think whatever the agreement was, I do believe she must have said, yeah, I'm going to help you get to Canada. And in return, I don't know what he was going to, what his side was in return. Maybe it was the, hey, I'm going to fake love you and be your fake husband. And that's the deal. I think her end of the bargain failed. She never paid her taxes or her bankruptcies. So, and then the whole thing with the Bruce thing, which then led to the authorities finding about more information about other stuff, which then forced both of them to flee Kuwait. He went back to Syria, and again, when she was in Canada, she had her own place. Her parents, her mum helped her get it. And again, people said don't go. And what did she do? She went to Syria. And I think Salah was like, well, you can't get me to Canada, so I'm gonna use you to fix up my family's home and get all the things I want done. And then when that's settled, I want you gone. That's it. There's no point in having you around. You failed. You failed your end of the deal. I think that's just my speculation, my theory. And also, I think in the beginning too, she was trying to get back at Nader, you know, trying to get him jealous. Hey, look, I got myself a younger guy, better looking, younger. I'm married now. Look, he's getting my money now. You're not getting my money anymore. You know, we all know who she really wants. It was Nader. So, she's crying about being alone. That's another thing that's fucking pissing me off. It's just me and my cats here. I left an abusive marriage. I also, during that period, experienced a loss. I lost, my baby passed away. So I was like mentally fucked. And on top of that, having a fucked up of an ex-husband. And I felt like I had nowhere to go. And that's what these abusive men make you feel. They make you feel like you have nowhere else to go, but you have to rely on them. Like, if you leave, you're going to end up in the streets homeless. And that's how I felt. If it was up to me, I would have left him fucking years ago, after 2 years of being married to him, and I stayed for fucking 10. Anyway, I finally left. And I'm overjoyed. And so I've got my own place. And I'm, by the way, I'm in my 40s. I'm actually older than Foodie, believe. And even if I'm older than her, she's still 40 or 41. I don't fucking know what fucking age she is, but I know she's 40 at least. Oh, actually, I was younger when I first moved here. I was in my late 30s when I finally got this place. I forget. I feel like I just moved in last year. No, I've been here a while now. Yeah. Yep. And let me tell you, as someone who lacked freedom from being in an abusive marriage and all that sort of stuff, to finally having my own place, I can say I'm completely happy living like this. I have no issues whatsoever being with me and my 2 cats. Absolutely none. I don't know why she's bitching and crying. I'm by myself alone. I'm by myself alone. I don't fucking cry about that. Like, fucking grow up. You're 40. You gotta start thinking like an adult, you know? Oh, I've got bills to pay and I got to do this around the house and that. And I got to look, you know, like watch my money and make sure I don't, spend too much money on this and I got enough money for that. Believe me, when I first moved in here, I did not have a lot of money. And there were days where I could not afford to buy myself food. I made sure that my cats had food, but there were days I had no food. And then there would be times where I'd have to ring up the electricity company or the gas company and say, oh, sorry, I can't pay now, but I can pay next week or in 2 weeks. And I kept doing that, as well as the internet company. Like, I had to call everyone and say, oh, I can't pay now, but I do. And it was just like that until I finally got a better pay. So it's doable. It's going to be a little bit hard in the beginning. You have to kind of like adjust, but I don't know why she's crying about it. Like, I love having my own place, and I'm able to do what I want, say what I want, go wherever I want to go, have whoever I want come over whenever they want. If they want to come over at midnight, yeah, sure, come over. Like, who cares? Like, that's, you're not going to get that if you're really like in a relationship or you got someone else living with you. You got to consider their feelings, and, you know, what if they're sleeping and you're making a lot of noise and you're still up. The issue with her is she just wants to stay at home, do nothing, either watch movies or watch YouTube constantly, and eat and get high. That's it. And she wants someone to be there with her to do the stuff that she can't do, basically, which is a lot of things. And that's due to her health and her weight. And that's what she's crying for. That's why she's bitching, because she doesn't have someone to do things for her hand and foot. Oh, let me be a slave for you. What do you need? Oh, I'll go out and get it for you and bring it for you here, like what Salah did. Salah was the one driving to the places to get the food and will bring it to her, and she'd just sit there and eat it. You know, now she don't have a car. She's an idiot for selling it in the first place. I would never have done that if I was in her situation, because you always have to have a backup plan if shit goes bad. Because, you know, one day you're probably going to need it. And I was going to say something else, but now I can't remember. Yeah, she can't expect, I think, any male partner to just sit there and just do the things she wants, which is fuck all and watch movies, and just keep him away from all his family and friends. That, you never do that to anyone. Even vice versa. Even men shouldn't do that to women as well, and keep them away from their family and friends. You'd never do that. Same thing when people say you don't change, you never try and change a person either. You either accept them as the way they are, or you move on and find someone else. And just now, recently, she started talking about his family, which pissed me off. Why the fuck are you talking about his family? Foodie, listen. I know he's Syrian. And I know it's an Arab thing as well. Like, all Arab countries are like this. They like to be surrounded by family. There's constant gatherings and, you know, for dinner and going out and all that. That's normal. Foodie, you got to understand that it's not just there. It's like that in other countries. That's actually normal behavior. Foodie, it's not normal to not be around family or friends. It's not normal to stay away from family and friends. To just be isolated and not spend time with family or friends. That's your way of thinking is not normal, because the rest of the world, their way of living is actually normal. I've got my little baby charmer. Hey, wanna say hello? Look at you, handsome boy. You handsome? You handsome? Yeah, you handsome. Oh, you handsome boy. Yeah. So, it's the same thing in my culture as well. I'm Macedonian. And I grew up constantly surrounded with being around family, and that's normal. And I live in Australia. So it happened, like, even in Australia, people do that. It's normal, Foodie, for people to be around family and friends. Okay? Don't fucking... you know what? No wonder Salah was probably starting to get his annoyance level, and what's the word I'm looking for? Just like at the tip of my tongue. Fuck, man. No, I said annoyance. What's the other word? When you have to put up with someone. What's that word? When you have to put up with someone. It was like, it was getting high, this high when she kept telling him, yeah, but you're always with your family and we're never alone, blah, blah, blah. I mean, you pushed him literally above Foodie to the point where he's like, go. I'm done with you. And plus also you didn't even get into Canada. I don't know whether or not, even if it was some other woman, I don't know if someone else would have been capable of bringing him to Canada. I don't know how it works over there, but the family thing stuff, Foodie, that's normal. Alright, everyone does it around the world. You're the one that's not normal. Okay? Your way of thinking, Foodie, is not normal. Honestly, you've had ample time to have sought professional help for your whatever mental issues you have. And I know, as someone who suffers with depression, like, when you linger in that state for too long, you start to not want to do anything pretty much. And then, you know, it depends. Some people tend to start eating a lot. And then once you start eating a lot, and then all of a sudden you start looking at yourself and you're like, oh my God, I've gained weight. And then that gets you even more depressed because you've gained weight. And because you've gained weight, and then that's gotten you more depressed, you start eating even more. It's a vicious cycle. Like, you know, both you and Salah played each other. Okay. The relationship was not real. You should never have separated him from his family, even in Kuwait. And that's it. You either accept that that's the way of living in Syria and that's how things are, or you move on. And don't fucking bitch and cry about it. You're a grown woman. Okay? Yeah, so many women live alone. And they're fine. And they get through it. You know, like this YouTube, like Rose. She said it before. Her as well. She's been through you know, a hard thing as well and had to leave a hard relationship. So I understand where she's coming from. So, you know, there's a lot of us out there that were in bad situations. You are not in a abusive situation. We were. You're like, so, man, like I said, no sympathy for me or empathy. You can cry and cry all you want. At the end of the day, if you continue talking like that, and if you continue talking about his family, I fear that he is going to probably start to retaliate, and will probably maybe start talking as well, and might share some information. Who knows? I don't know. Maybe he will, maybe he won't. But we'll see. We'll see.
The jealousy in her voice. The seething evil in her voice. His family.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Girl.
See?
Resentful of his family.
That pisses me off.
Resentful of the outside influence. Resentful of the love and the connection to family. Dang. You know what you are, Chantal? You're not a woman. You're not a grown woman. You are a jealous child.
Yeah.
You're talking like a jealous child. Resentful of anything or anyone that gets attention. You've been like that for years. You've never sought treatment for that, and you should. Always about yourself. Me, 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 me. I. Result.
Where?
Of family, of connections, of relationships, of friendships, of anything.
I don't understand. Where is her family in all this? Like, where is her mother? Like, if my mum heard me crying like this, and plus I was sick, she would be coming over and checking up on me. Where is, like, I don't understand the dynamic of her and her family. Like, what mother does that? Literally, like, my mum calls me every friggin' day. Every day. But there's a reason why she does that. Yeah, there's a reason why my mum calls me every day to check up on me, because yeah, like I said, I suffer with depression, and let's just say I kind of did something to myself a couple of times and ended up in hospital. So now she rings and checks up on me, which is nice of her, actually, I must say. Anyway, yeah, well, where is her family and all this? I don't know why she, instead of going live, why doesn't she just pick up the phone and call her mum and tell, and like say all this stuff with her, and talk to her mum and tell her mum, like, oh, well, whatever she's saying here, she could be saying this to her mum. I don't understand why she's not doing that.
That takes attention away from you. And what is it about you that you need so much attention? You sit in a room, you do nothing. You go nowhere. Why do you need so much attention?
who judged me so bad.
You said earlier they were nice to you. So are they nice to you or do they judge you? I mean, look outside yourself, Foodie. If you were someone that you lived in a normal way, having to deal with somebody like yourself, that you don't do anything, you don't go anywhere, you complain all the time, you're acting like a child, what would you think of you? Honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Would you think, what is wrong with her? Why doesn't she want to be around the family? Why doesn't she want to talk to us? Why is she so rude?
Yeah, exactly.
Why is she so vulgar? Why does she act so feral? You would have those questions.
Yeah, right, Rain? Karen.
And the Beezers shouldn't be, like, sucking up to her, or, like, not sucking up to her, but they should be, like, really giving her the honest truth.
Anyway. Hi, baby.
I feel sorry for that
I was
kitten.
really sick. I couldn't go anywhere.
Mm.
And this was in Kuwait, and he was like, I'm gonna go see my dad. They invited me for lunch. Sure, no problem.
So he want to go spend time with his father. That's normal. And if you're sick, what's he going to do for you? If you have a cold, if you're sick, and it's not hospital level, really what you should be doing is staying home and getting some fluids and some chicken noodle soup or something and getting some sleep. So why not go see his father?
Now I want
And I didn't trust
soup.
him fully, right? Because for what happened. So when he got back, I woke up and I was like,
Chantal, that's a manipulative tactic. Saying, I don't trust you, therefore you can't spend time around your relatives. That is you trying to isolate somebody and use the cheating as an excuse to make the isolation happen. Oh, you cheated and I don't trust you, so your social life is zero now. You can't spend time with friends or family or anybody just because I said so and because I'm insecure and jealous.
Yep. That
like I had a really bad flu or something.
does not work in any relationship.
Like, I don't know. He's like, I'm hungry. Like, he's dumb. He's like, I'm hungry. I'm like, wait, didn't you just have lunch at your family's? What did you eat? And then he just, like, took him a minute. He's like, rice with chicken. Like, he was kind of angry in his answer. And I'm just like, but you want rice and chicken again right now for dinner? And he was like, I didn't eat much. Like, he got really defensive. And then I was like, send me a picture. Like, did you take
all
a
this
picture
food talk is making me hungry.
Anyway, he sent me a picture of, like, a mosque near where his family lived. His dad lived. Something didn't feel right. I don't know how much longer later.
Women
like
do have good instincts
he
and
fell
hunch.
asleep with his phone open. So I maybe it's wrong to do that, but I didn't trust him, so I checked it. And there was photos of him and this, like, non-hijabi, like, Arab girl at a restaurant. They were at, like, a table. It was, like, he had his arm around her. And then I freaked out and I shot the phone at him.
Hang on.
Like, you motherfucker.
I think I saw a similar photo.
Like, I left the apartment. I was like, I'm leaving you. You are such a fucking disgusting liar. Haram. And he was, like, making excuses. Like, no, I love you. It was just a friend. It was just a friend I used to work with. And I haven't seen her in a while. And I needed to tell you because I knew you would freak out. I'm like, how come you freak out if I have hair showing? And you go and have...
Because he's embarrassed by you.
Whatever the fuck you're doing with a non-hijabi. Oh, she's not my wife, she's just a friend. I would never be with a non-hijabi.
That's BS. I don't believe him when he says
I would never
that.
cheat on you. You can't cheat. It's not Canada. It's Kuwait. We didn't cheat. We just had I knew her from. He said from university, and I'm like, it doesn't matter. You lied to me. You told me you deleted any women from your phone after what happened.
Why do so many people trust iHerb for their health?
Why? Hang on. Why? Again. This thing. You're making him delete all female contacts? But it was okay for you to be chatting to anime and who knows who else? Like, make that make sense. I don't fucking know. I'm gonna end this video soon because I'm starting to get tired.
That day, he could have cheated.
I think he did.
With a woman intimately, depending on if they were married or not, if he cheated or not. But it could have been him just going out and having dinner with somebody.
That too.
If you're around someone that they are extremely jealous and insecure, of course you're gonna lie to keep the peace, just so you can have a social life.
And I swear on God, I never talked to another man when I was with him.
You sure?
You are a lying
Yep. There we go.
person. You're lying.
Bring in the receipts, Rose.
I'm sure you were talking to Nads the whole time.
Oh, Nads. Okay.
Look, you had your little side piece. He had his side pieces. You know that. You know you never stopped talking to Nads.
Ever.
You never stopped talking to Nads.
I thought she was going to say anime.
And I know this because every time I do a reading on you, Foodie, his energy is right there.
Hey, baby.
I don't even want to read on the dude, and he just comes up in your energy.
Yes, Chama.
It's really weird. Like, I'll just try to do a reading just on you, not focus on him, and he just comes crashing through. He pops up in those cards every single time, and I feel the reason for that is because he's so much on your mind. He's so much in your thoughts. You're focused on him.
Doing a little joke.
Your energy and his are just kind of like intermingled.
Oh, baby boy. Oh.
You never stop focusing on Nads.
And then he just now blames me for our relationship unraveling. There's so many things wrong. We could never be together.
Okay. I'm gonna end it. I'm getting tired, so the medication is kicking in. But I'm gonna watch the rest, and maybe I'll do more tomorrow, like another video. So yeah, no, the sleeping pills started kicking. They're kicking in a little bit early, but anyway, that talk of soup, chicken soup, noodles, I might make, depends, I don't know, we'll see. Anyway, that's it. Ciao.